Chuggalos, welcome back to day 16 of the Brew Crew Podcast Advent Calendar 2025 in conjunction with our homies from the Barrel House. Today, I'm going to say I'm running at about 15%, but I'm excited because I just finally did a little bit of research. Today, it's a West Coast IPA from our buddies at Weldworks, and it's called Dolphin Drift. Look at that. Weldworks out of Colorado. We'll go into it more. It's a 6.8% West Coast IPA. I cannot tell you how honest I tried to be this game. I know that we've got Shoo coming up. I know we've got Vanilla Sun Killer coming up. Outside of that, I don't know anything that's coming up. So when I looked on the list, I've got a video from Kate. I didn't know what she's drinking. I try to keep true to the game. And I was like, oh, this is what's on the list today. One of these days I'm going to get burnt, and I hope not. But I've got my spreadsheet up. So just, again, trying to be honest. The one thing, my takeaway from yesterday, I'm sorry about the YouTube video. I don't know why it's freezing intermittently. The audio still works, thank goodness, because I'm nothing to look at. JT's an absolute hunk. But I'm glad that that freezes and not the audio freezes. But the one takeaway I had for yesterday, and I even put it in the comments, Gimmick Gus got us his video very early, is I go, that's going to be the best Malort wash, and he didn't do it. The first time he didn't do the Malort wash, and I was just completely wrong. So if you look at the comments and look at the order of operations that occurred, I find it hilarious. I just was completely off with my guess. I still think that it would have been the best Malort wash. And number two, true to myself and trying to be true to this game that we're playing with the Advent Calendar build, I had that beer 4 years ago, and I didn't realize till I was checking in today before work because, again, with tracking and spreadsheets and everything, putting it on Untapped, gave it the same exact score I did 4 years ago when I had that beer. So that's awesome. I just, that was a pat on my back self moment, and I appreciate that. So we're going to go with the crack on this because it's a West Coast IPA, Best Coast IPA. Stupid excited. 6.8%, a little bit lower, but 3, 2, 1. I'm going to do it from away. Not a lot of spritz. Also, I don't think a West Coast IPA, this is going to be my battle for today. I don't think it tastes that much different from a glass. This is the first one in like 5 or 6 days. I'm just drinking it as God intended himself, the brewmaster, just right from the can. If they wanted me to drink it from an open glass, they'd put like a foil, like a buzz ball or whatever they call them. Those are probably fighting words, but you've seen the reaction. It's a West Coast IPA. There's no denying that. Let's go with the scores. We've got a couple of days to do, so let me go with the window capture. So I put the names at the bottom, I don't know how to do it any otherwise. So we'll start with the Black Razeth. Well, we got JT on the bottom here. 475 as seen on the mothership. Myself with a 4. Mikey with a 275. Mikey came in early. It's not often that people are having their beers. He had his beer after midnight, and he evoked Sweet Tarts, which I was stupid excited for. I didn't get the Sweet Tarts, but I understand where he's coming from. Kate with Beige and Carl, 4-5. Sethicus I haven't heard from. Gimmick Gus with a 4-5. Better Matt sent me his Epical Farmhouse just before I started recording this one, so that will go in as soon as I see it. Stev with a 2-5 from the Cupboard Edition. I really like that gimmick. Sorry about that the $1,400 plumbing bill, though, Stev. Phil with a 4-5, one of the best beers he's had. No Chunkle, no Corey, no Docs, no Don, Terry. They're catching up. Props to them for welcoming their college-age son back into the house. Bobby with a 4-5. Bobby's going to be the surprise of the calendar. I mean, we got to do some analysis on Bobby. He's all over the place. I love seeing just the brutal honesty and probably one of the most experienced drinkers but least diverse. Can I say that with all due respect? Pete with a 4. Let's center that. What are we, some kind of animals? And nothing else. I think Papa KK put it on there. I just didn't update it. That's on me. Sorry, Kyle, for not getting that. So exciting stuff. Again, we're gonna really dissect that. I've got a mothership episode that I'm gonna do next week. I could get into some of this, but we still have, after today, Math in Public, 7 days left. So that's pretty awesome. All right. Let's go with our first review. Let's listen to Kate and see what Kate's got here. All right. Take it off, Kate.
All right, day 16, we've got Dolphin Drift, Weldworks Brewing Company. And there are little cute dolphins in there. All right, let's see what we got. 3, 2, 1.
She just got done from being a lumberjack.
I believe this is a WIPA.
It is a WIPA.
Looks like one. Ooh.
She's drinking from appropriate
Nice
glassware,
little
Gus.
foamy.
You'll love that. Gimmick.
Tastes like one. It's good. It's got a little bit of that heavier hoppy aftertaste, but it's not nasty. It's not the lingering nastiness on your tongue. I believe they're in Colorado.
They are.
These guys, and they're probably like over 6%, I bet.
Greeley, Colorado.
Nice size can. Definitely drinkable. I don't know what it is.
6.8.
Oh, 6.8. It's cute. Drinkable. I like it. Definitely give it a... I'll get it a 4.
Did she say a 4?
16,
She's
we've
cutting
got
us off.
Dolphin
Sorry, Stacey.
Drift, Weldworks Brewing Company.
I'm going to say a 4.
And
She
there
gave
are
it a 4.
little cute dolphins in there.
Okay. If only I've done this a couple of times. 4 seems very reasonable. I try not to judge other people's scores. But yeah, so Weldworks, when you think of Weldworks, and we're going to go into this, what's the number one beer you think of? Their number one widely produced, it's obviously Juicy Bits. And when you go to their website, which is weldworks.com, is the feature, this is the drop page, right here is Juicy Bits. They've changed the can or the artwork on the Juicy Bits. I thought it was much more of a matte finish without the hot background. And again, Greeley, Colorado, which is to the north and slightly to the east of Denver, which is kind of, which you would think is the empty quarter of Colorado, kind of east of Denver and to the north part of it. But that's awesome. I knew they were from Colorado, so we're going to just check 2015. That seems younger. I thought they were a little bit more of an OG, but let's check out the About Us. And then our story, 2015, Greeley, Colorado, including Juicy Bits. Again, highly regarded. It's a very good IPA. Passionate individuals. Weldwork operates both a 15-barrel, 3-vessel steam brew house and a 30-barrel, 4-vessel steam brew house. It's garnered numerous awards, just tons of them. USA Today's 10 Best Readers in 2016, Great American Beer Festival, so defending their home crown because that's always in Denver. Dialed In, A Way of Life, helping ensure an outstanding excellence in craft beer and beyond. So that's awesome. I love the crew. Look at all these motley. You have to, if you're beer related, you have to have facial hair. You can't have clean baby face as a male. Look at that. Everyone has facial hair. Unsurprising. All right. Enough with the website review. All right. My thoughts on this beer. It's a good, solid IPA. 6.8% it's right there. It tastes bigger. This is like the second out of 3 where it's like, hey, the alcohol seems like there's more of it rather than 6.8 versus like a 7.2, 7.8. Like West Coast are right there, 6.5 to 8%. Just as a standard West Coast IPA. No other gimmicks. I wouldn't be taken aback if somebody was like, hey, this is my daily drinker because of the citrus notes. The acridness of it is a little less than what I want. It's just that balance, but that citrus notes and that muted pine aspect of it it's really good. Is it great though? Does it go into the upper pantheons of West Coast IPAs? Man, I'm vacillating between 2 numbers. See if you can figure out those 2 numbers. Winner gets a prize. The 2 numbers I'm vacillating between are a 4 and a 4.25. Off the top rope, I'm going to give this a 4. If someone brought this over, some of the coolness of it for me, like some of the, is that like Miami Vice, like those cool pastels. If it just had that pop and red or whatever, it'd be like that. But it's very accommodating artwork on the can. It just pulls your eyes in. It's a really, really good West Coast IPA, but I'm, again, off the top rope, I'm at a 4. Are there better ones? Absolutely. Are there worse ones? Absolutely. But this one I'm good with at a 4. And that's I didn't realize this till now. That's my third 4 in a row. Well, something pulled me out of this foursums that we're having. I think so. But until then, that's day 16 of the Brew Crew Podcast Advent Calendar 2025 in conjunction with our homies from the Barrel House. Tomorrow, Street Side Barrel Aged Robe, a 13.3% barrel aged stout. I'm just looking now at some of these that are left. I mean, obviously, I didn't know Miss Shushu was right next to Vanilla Sun Killer. That's going to be something. And here's another thing. If you go